Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and today we're going to be going over all the sneak peeks we have for version 7.4 of Gems of War. We have a sneak peek video that they posted a little bit earlier today that I still haven't ended up watching yet, and a patch notes that pretty much just dropped right now, or as far as when we're recording this video, that we'll also go read through to see everything that we have going on. I have not looked at any of this yet, so I have no clue, though similar to many things that we're probably getting this year. A lot of them are probably going to be PvP based, so we kind of know that, but what specifically we don't really know, so let's go watch the video, and then after doing that, we'll just kind of briefly go through the changelog. I say briefly, I'm not sure how long it actually is. Maybe it's not that brief. You'll find out based on how long this video is. But yeah, we're just going to go over everything, start with the sneak peek, which they have up on their YouTube channel, and then we'll go and go just kind of skim through the patch notes, see all the specific details. Given that they've already done the patch notes, the patch must be pretty soon. I highly doubt it's today. That's gonna be a little early if it's dropping in like an hour or two. However, could be next week's Tuesday, could be the following week's Tuesday. It's definitely pretty soon if they're dropping both of these, the patch notes and the preview video. But anyways, let's just go and start getting into it then.
Hello adventurers, it's Syrian here with a look at the Gems of War 7.4 update, Pillars of Light.
Pillars of Light. Well, we know it's going to be PvP related, but that almost makes me think it's going to be like another section. I still hope that they fix the current PvP section, because the amount of times I click on the middle button to get out of PvP, because that's how you get out of it, but you can't get there through the middle button, is so annoying. Because you have to click it to get out, but you can't use it to get in. And every single time I want to go to PvP, I click the middle button, and it's like, nope, just brings you to the underworld.
Right. The first feature we have is Monoliths, a new battle mode you can play within one of the PvP regions. And to play it, you'll need some Monolith sigils. Fortunately, the Valhawk will drop some of these for you, and you can encounter 3 Valhawks every day, but only in PvP battle.
Oh no, it's a daily. It's a PvP daily. Oh no, how often are they going to occur though? Because that's not too bad if you already have a daily to do like 5 PvP, and now you have to do maybe like 10-ish to find them. But if we're going to have to do like 30-ish to go find them, that's going to be kind of annoying. But yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. As long as they're pretty common. Though I'm not sure how common they're going to be, and I'm not sure we're really going to know how common they're going to be until the patch hits. But that's slightly concerning. So yeah, every single day we got to go get 3 of these.
Need some Monolith
so you can do this new
sigils.
Monolith mode.
Fortunately, the Valhawk will drop some of these for you, and you can encounter 3 Valhawks every day, but only in PvP battles. Within each region, you'll see some monoliths. Select one to enter the monolith menu where you...
Alright, what do we have going on here? Reduce damage from spells is active. We have a little monolith thing in the corner, which looks like our sigil system. Battles. Reduces damage from spells by 45%, 40%. I guess it's a scaling difficulty for the enemy? Or are you gaining that buff?
You will see PvP-only buffs that you can earn by winning battles. The battles...
Oh, PvP only buff, so that assumes that we would be getting the buff then. Which makes sense because it's showing it right over there as if we have it.
Increasingly difficult, and the buff they give lasts for 1 hour. Win the next battle, it improves the buff, extending the time for another hour. It can't be extended any further than buff number 5 though, and when the timer expires, you need to start again. If you'd like to see all the available buffs, then select this button over on the left. Now you can not only...
Alright, let's see which ones we have here. We have reduced spell damage. Generally, anything that isn't damage related or mana accumulation probably isn't going to have much use. Which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because obviously these are pretty temporary buffs. I guess they could definitely help you tank, but these first 3 do not seem like they'll do much. Just some spell reduction, score reduction, and armor, though we can see based on this bar, there are like a billion more of them.
See how many Valhawks remain today, but also all of your active buffs.
Alright, let's see. Next we have gain 4 attack at the start of battle, also pretty much nothing.
And in fact,
gain 1 armor when an enemy casts a spell, also pretty much nothing.
all the monoliths available in the game, sorted by region with...
Gain 1 attack for each red ally. Also pretty much nothing. Deal 2 times damage to anything poisoned. That's can be pretty relevant with a Skull Spam team. Especially if that stacks multiplicitly like many other multipliers do. If that means Web Spinners is hitting 6 times on a poisoned enemy, that's pretty good.
With their various buffs listed out. This is a great shortcut.
Gain 1 life for each brown... Gosh, how many are there? Look at this bar. It looks like there's like, what, 30 something? Gain 1 life for each brown ally. Gain a bunch of attack at the start. The problem is a lot of these are so bad, though. Gain 1 life for each purple. Gain some life. So far, the only relevant one was like the 2 times damage to poison. Gain 2 magic at the start of battle. That one's okay, but, you know, it's only 2.
Right there.
Gain a magic for each yellow ally.
The buffs apply to all PvP battles, not just the ones in their regions.
All right.
The second feature is Blood Frenzy. Wondering what you were going to do with all of those buffs?
Okay, so is all the okay, so we're going to use the buffs here. But it seems like that previous mechanic of the daily where you have to go kill that new Valraven thingy seems to only apply to these new buffs. So that's not too bad. Because that's a pretty skippable daily then, which is nice. Kind of like how the EXP daily is if you don't want to go for it. This one would also be pretty similar because if you don't want buffs in PvPs, you could just, well, ignore it and just never go for the daily of getting these a few Valraven stuff. So if they're only going to be affecting PvP, that's actually not too bad then.
This is it.
But apparently this is like the main thing that they're going to be used for, so let's see what this is.
On the map, you'll see 2 regions with a red nameplate and some blood rubies, like Winter's Reach here. That means Blood Frenzy is active in those regions today. And those regions will be the same for everybody. The quick battle is glowing red to remind you it's Blood Frenzy time, and the enemies you face in here will have a 50% bonus to their skills, but will give double rewards for VP and silver marks.
Alright, is that worth it? 50% more durability for double. I guess that is, yes. Assuming you have the stats to do it, or if you're using insta-kill team, that is worth it. Though it depends like what kind of restriction we have. Like Stormheim, for example, probably not the best place to be doing this at. But you know, if it's one that isn't as horrific as far as like winning quickly is concerned, like it has insta-kill, it has access to devour, other similar mechanics, then yeah, I could see this being okay. Stormheim would definitely be a bit of a slower one, but it could still be done. But it really just depends what it's on if you would want to run this or not, if it's just double. Let's see what else.
This stacks additively with Victory Talismans, a new talisman you can earn from completing Monolith battles. 2 talismans from Battle 3 and 4 talismans from Battle 5. This combo can be a very efficient way to earn some VP. Now, if you see a region bonus on a Blood Frenzy region like Geheron here, you'll receive double the number of silver marks, so keep an eye out for that too.
Are we actually getting something else to use silver marks on, though? Because they've kind of become very dead, because as soon as you get all the PvP pets once, there's nothing to dump them into. You can't even dump them into the pet orb thing, because it requires gold marks to such a high degree that you just go for the deed book instead. So there's no infinite sync for silver marks right now, unless you want to get those like little buff tokens, but they're not worth it.
Finally, let's also have a look at some quality of life features in this update. As always, you've sent us some great feedback and we've had a chance to implement some of those things. We've added the region bonus to the Choose an Enemy menu.
Alright, so it's easy to see.
Having to remember where you're up to so you don't accidentally play a couple of extra battles.
Oh, I've definitely done that 1,000 times.
We've also added a new effect, an extra reminder to let you know when the region bonus is complete.
Oh, that's even better.
We'd like to have this type of notification in other parts of the game too.
Oh, that's also great.
Don't worry, you can click through it. We've also sorted those...
Oh, that could slow down Quick Kill Explore, though. Kind of like how merchants from last year did. Like, by a lot. But that's, I still feel like that's overall better for at least PvP. But they could kind of slow down some modes, so we'll have to see. Oh no, this hasn't been readjusted. It is still way too overpriced.
PvP pets with the silver ones on the left and the gold ones on the right. There'll be more things to buy in the shop with silver marks too, but that will have to wait until the next update.
Oh, we gotta wait till 7.5 until silver marks do anything.
I'll leave any other improvements for the patch notes. That's it for 7.4. While it might only seem like a couple of features, that's because behind the scenes we've been working on some big stuff for 7.5 and some huge things for 8.0. It's great to be able to give the PvP system a bit of love after all these years.
Is 8.0 come in this year?
Share it with you, but that will have to wait for the next update. Until then, have fun, stay buffed.
That's interesting. The way he says that, it sounds like 8.0 is coming out this year. Which is kind of interesting given that we're only going to be at 7.5 probably by this summer or so. Or like really late May. Probably early summer. But that's interesting. The way he mentions that does sound like it's really soon.
With those monoliths, and we'll see you in 7.4.
Alright, so it seems to mostly be that monolith system. Neither of them seem too important, though. They both seem pretty skippable. Let's go see all the exact details. He did make mention of... I did not want to go all the way up. He did make direct mention of the patch notes. This was just posted pretty much as soon as we started this video. I was going to record the thing earlier, then got caught up a bit, and then this thing posted, and I was like, oh, I might as well record it now. But anyways, with that out of the way, instead of separating into an entire different video, I figured, let's go now into the patch notes. So, of course, we just had the visualization of everything that just happened, but this will probably have some more details on some of the more specific stuff. I'll just go down. Let's see. I'll try to skim over a little bit quicker just so we're not reading this the entire time, but Of course, if you want to see it yourself, I will put a link in the description to both these two pages if you want to go and reference them or watch this without me talking over it a ton. But anyways, so monoliths. All regions have monoliths. However, the number of monoliths will be related to which ring the region belongs to. The center ring will only have 3. The inner ring will have 4. And the outer ring will have 5. You probably only want to do it when it's in one of these 2 sections. Unless these really like help a lot. That has a lot of monoliths, because the outer ring is going to be annoying in most categories to win quickly. Whereas these 2 categories are going to be ridiculously easy to win This you're allowed to use anything, and this you're allowed to use any within a color, which, given that we have such good 6-colored troops these days, is also really easy to do regardless of what color it is. Some a little bit easier than others. Each monolith gives a buff that applies to all regions in PvP. So this is interesting. So you can use those temporary buffs to kind of boost things up for when you're just grinding out, if you're just going for VP or something else. The only real downside with this I could see at the moment is the main thing you would try to farm right now is either VP and silver marks. But in the current state of the game, VP and silver marks don't really do anything at all for the most part. Like, getting really high VP doesn't get you that much more. Obviously, if you make top 3, you end up getting essentially free deed books. But beyond that, it doesn't really do much until they add like seasons or whatever else they're doing with it. And silver marks literally do nothing right now. Like, you can stockpile them and hope they do something in the future. They mentioned next patch they will. But as far as this patch is concerned, there is no real use for silver marks. Once you have all the pets once, you don't need to spend them anymore. Hopefully they'll also make the gold mark ones available through some other means, or do something with them. There's also a weird combination right now where a lot of PvP categories just don't exist. Like, we have PvP pets for categories that just don't ever show up currently. But anyways, winning further battles within a monolith will increase the effect of the buff and give an additional 1 hour to the duration. So does that stack for multiple hours then? Because I'm definitely not doing PvP for that many hours on end. I know some people might. But if that stacks, like, wasn't there like, you know, if you have 5 of them, are we talking 5 hours of buffs? That's a long amount of buffs that aren't going to get used. If a monolith's duration reaches 0, then the monolith will reset and players will need to win the first battle again to activate it. So, interesting. You can kind of activate... So, I wonder if you could just activate, like, any monolith you want then from it. It seems like that's how that's working. Because if you could just choose whatever, obviously you just choose the better ones. And that just gives you, like, a predetermined, hey, here they are, and you have to just, you know, do them, don't do them. Which I guess is what they're kind of meaning when it shows that many. I don't know, maybe one of these images down here kind of showed a little bit clearer. Because I didn't quite catch that during the video, but the image when we're just staring at it might look a little bit more obvious. Players can fight up to 5 battles in a single monolith. This means they are 5 levels of power for the monolith buff, which we saw in the other screenshot earlier, where the benefit that you get just keeps getting boosted and boosted. The monolith battles require monolith sigils, which we can get 3 of per day, or 3 Val Ravens per day. Not sure if they drop multiple, because normally Val Ravens drop 2 at a time, so that might be 6, I'm not sure. I might actually say it here. Which can be gained from purchasing the monolith sigil bundle from the PvP shop. Wait, monolith battles require monolith sigils, which can be gained from purchasing the monolith sigil bundle from the PvP shop. Or defeating, yeah, from that. Okay, so you can actually buy them directly. That's what they're saying there. Okay. But of course, you can also do the dailies to get them. I don't think they're ever going to be worth buying, so probably no need to do that. Unless there's some kind of mode where it's like really relevant in the future, but based on what we currently have, doesn't seem like it's going to be that important. If anything, it might actually be better just to stack up a lot of Valhawks for like 7.5 and other future updates, where they might actually be a lot more relevant, because right now it doesn't seem like much of a point in really doing all these monoliths and everything. At least from what I could tell. Maybe there's like some kind of big thing that we haven't seen down here, or something that I really missed. But from what I could tell, it probably seems more efficient to just farm them every single day. Don't use a single one of your monolith Valraven Hawk sigil thingies, and just stockpile them for 7.5, 7.6, 8.0, whatever they're doing. And just save them for later. For when there's like seasonal VIP things and stuff like that. Kind of like silver marks right now. Like, silver marks are kind of pointless in the current state of the game, but you know, they might be useful later, so you can stockpile them. It's basically the same thing with the sigil. Don't really use them, to stockpile them, and just kind of wait till they have more of a purpose. Which will be happening very soon, potentially even next patch. Or by next patch, I mean the patch after this next patch, 7.5 at the earliest. Anyways, while there is a cap to the amount of monolith sigils that players can earn from Valhawks of 6 per day. Okay, so that means you can find 3... okay, so that does confirm that you get 2 per kill. Because the other thing said that you can find 3 per day. And 6 per day means you get 2 each time you kill one. So yes, they do give 2 just like a normal Valraven, confirmed. There's no cap to the number of monolith bundles that you could purchase, of course, because it's probably money. That are gems. I'm not sure if it's gems, money, or both, but it's definitely one and or both. Each monolith battle has a boss enemy that will appear in every battle. This boss, which actually could be somewhat helpful because, of course, you can use the 5 times damage troops to go and one-shot it, or substantially damage if it doesn't one-shot it. The boss trooper will appear in the monoliths menu, so you already know what it is before you even get in if it's something dangerous, or if you need a counter in a specific way. Enemy teams will be built on predefined team restrictions that fit the theme of the boss or monolith. Players will need to fight battles using the region's current team restrictions, which is going to be really annoying for Outer Ring, depending on which one it is, based on which ones we get per day. After winning battles 3 and 5, players will also receive some copies of the new talisman, the Victory Talisman. So the Valhawk, how's this thing going to work? Players can only encounter the Valhawk in PvP battles, no matter of the region. Okay, so just PvP, because all this is associated with PvP. Players have a 20% chance to encounter a Valhawk in a battle. Okay, so this confirms how many battles we'd have to do per day. It is approximately 15 battles per day to get all 3 of your Valravens as a daily. So that does mean if you were doing 0 PvP battles before or 5, the daily PvP has now gone up to 15. Obviously, this is a very skippable thing, so you don't have to do it. Of course, it can be more than 15, could be less than 15, but based on exactly on drop rate, you know, it'd be exactly at the 15. But, of course, it could be more, could be less. That's not awful, but compared to if you're doing almost none right now, that's a lot. What is that? 7 times 15 math, that's 95 PvP battles per week. Which, if nothing else, that definitely would get down your weekly if you just spread it across. Like, you know, the 8,500 thing. You know, just to get, or 6,500 thing. You know, the PvP, why do I forget what number it is? But the weekly, oh wait. We're already in the patch? Wait. Hold up. We're already in 7.4? Huh. Well, that's news to me. Wait. Alright, never mind. 7.5, 4 is out now. Interesting. Wow, that's early. They don't normally do patches this early on a Tuesday. Yeah, 6,500, that's what I thought. Just double checking. But, okay, we're in 7.4 right now. Well, welcome everyone to version 7.4. Oh, that means we can go look at these. Oh, wait. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, so let's go see what all these are real quick. Gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell. I'm trying to find all the better ones. Gain 2 magic at the start of battle. 2 times to frozen enemies, huge. Like this into poison. Like status effect spam is going to be crazy. Burning. Oh gosh, elementals is going to be so broken. Let's see, what all the ones we have 2 times skull damage for? We could actually bring back skull spam teams. You got to bring back the Zolgoth. And there's our daily Valraven thing saying, hey, go get Valravens. But it's nice that it shows you how many you've gotten per day too, so you don't have to keep track of them. It just keeps track for you. But yeah, 2 times skull damage to freeze, burning. And I assume all these stack multiplicitly, which is absurdly good if so, because most other multipliers in the game do so. So for example, if you have a 2 times, a 3 times, and another 2 times, you're effectively hitting for 12 times damage, which is insane. So if these also stack in a similar way, that's going to be a lot of damage. Skull meta might be back, especially if you can get a good status effect spammer, aka put elementals on your team. But yeah, we have 2 times to freeze, 2 times to burning. We already saw 2 times the poison earlier. Oh, 20% skull dodge is actually not too bad either. Yeah, I guess you could just like kind of mix and match then. Interesting. Did I miss any other ones? Which other ones have 2 times? 2 times is stun. Oh gosh, no, Elementalist! They just buffed Elementalist more. Oh gosh. You even have 25% skull reflect. Who knows? Maybe we could bring Reflect Tank back out. The Ancient Horror summon. Oh gosh. I wish I would buff Ancient Horror. There's so many things that just randomly summon it. I wish it came in like automatically with Empower. Like when he dies and comes back, he just like auto has full mana. Interesting. Yeah, there's the 2 times the poison we saw during the video. Interesting. Interesting. How much is it to buy? Oh, you can buy them for gold marks. What, no money offer? Let's see. So that's the thing that's always been here. There should be 1 new one here. What is it? What, did they add an impervious one? I thought there was only 6 here earlier. Guess I just never scrolled over. Pets are the same. That thing's still overpriced. Is that the only way to get them? And more of them? I'm surprised they didn't do a money offer then. But yeah, that's actually not too bad. Actually, I say that. Though, of course, the best thing to be using them on is by far the deed books. But, yeah, it is basically 2 gold marks per monolith sigil. And you can get, what, 6 of them per day from killing out the Valraven thingies. So that's like almost like 10 gold marks worth. Interesting. Also, next patch did not make any mention of this new thingy. I guess that's probably in 7.5, probably. Also, we did not get alliances. We were also specifically not mentioned. I'm just realizing now, too. So if we go over to... oh gosh, where is it? If we go over to... What am I even trying to find right now? My train of thought went completely off cliff. But as far as getting those, we can get 100 of them per week over here, though it's still way better to put them into deed books. And then, of course, we have the ladders, which now the VIP system for, or VP system for this is going to be kind of clunky, because there's going to be so many more ways that you can get it. So since we are in the patch, yeah, we can see what Two Kingdoms have it right now. And I believe it said it's the same for everyone. So we have Urskia right now, and where's the other one? And Daemon. Oh, those are not good ones. It's not ideal. I think we can maybe do it for Daemon's a little bit easier. Just want to go like skull spam route for the other one. Yeah, interesting. All right, well, let's keep going through the patch notes, and I guess check the game itself. Val can be defeated 3 times per day. Yeah, we saw that. It will not count as to daily limit if it runs away. Okay, so you will guarantee be able to get your 3 even if they run. So that's cool. Once the Valhawk, so as long as you do a bunch of PvP, you will guarantee get your 3, even if they keep running away on you. Also, I'm assuming they're fixing the runaway glitch. I'm pretty sure that's actually, I'll go check that right now. I'm willing to make a bet that all the way down here in bug fixes is like, hey, we fixed the glitch that came in. We have made additional improvements to PvP to reduce the lag. We have fixed an issue with some players in Xbox. We have fixed an issue with Ironhawk and Queen of Sin. At the end of the battle, we have fixed an assortment of visual. We have fixed a... Okay, they did not mention it by name, but I assume they did fix it. That'd be kind of weird if they didn't. That one little bug that ended up coming in when they added the flea mechanic. But anyways, back to these little Valhawk things. So that basically summarize 3 per days, you get 6 monoliths from them. And they're pretty much guaranteed as long as you do a bunch of PvP, because even if they run away, they do not count against your 3 that you get per day. And by 3, I mean 6, because you get, 2 per kill. Monolith sigils do not reset at the end of the week. The Valhawk will be available as a troop from the vault after weekly reset. Oh, so on Monday, we'll be able to go and get the thing from Vault Key Drop Table. So you know what? I was actually about to go use my Vault Keys this week. But I guess I'll go save all the Vault Keys I have right now and wait till Monday then. Because I was actually about to use them today and tomorrow. However, it would actually make sense to wait till Monday if you still have any Vault Keys left from the other Vault weekend. As you'll be able to go get the new Valhawk then. It's not really that important to get. It's not technically a kingdom at the moment. Who knows, maybe they'll add it eventually. But yeah, they'll be added to the Vault Key Drop Table on Monday. So, and that'll be the first time anyone can go and get it. So yeah, we'll go for it then, I guess. Victory Talismans. As mentioned, players can... Oh yeah, I didn't make much mention of this when he mentioned it during the video. What does this do? As mentioned, players can earn Victory Talismans from Monolith Battles 3 and 5. When used, Victory Talismans will double... Oh yeah, that's just the thing that ends up doing double. So this is for double victory points earned from the battle. So you can choose to use these whenever, right? So these are probably going to be worth stockpiling until later. When they actually add seasons and your total amount of victory points might matter a little bit more. Whereas right now, the only thing you can get from them is the small amount of gold marks for, or maybe not small, but the gold marks you end up getting for first, second, or third. Those are their only use case in the current state of game, whereas later down the line, it does seem like they're going to have a bit more purpose. So this might be worth saving as a currency if it doesn't get auto-used, and it seems like it does not get auto-used. If the Victory Talisman is used in a Blood Frenzy region, if the Victory Talisman is used in a Blood Frenzy region, the bonus will be additive. Okay, so it just adds to it. It doesn't multiply the other bonus out. Okay, that's fine. So it's not multiplying the other multiplier. So that basically means you get the same value from it regardless of where you use it, if I'm understanding that correctly then. Because you're not going to double the double. It's not like on a Guild War week, or at least the previous Guild War system, which I'm not sure. Is it still going to be like that? Because there's no mention on the Guild War changes. But if Guild War is still going to be like it was before, for example, that one can be doubled. So you get like 100% bonus, and then if you get a double XP, then that gets doubled. However, the extra bonus that you end up getting from a Blood Frenzied does not get doubled by this, just gets added on. Anyways, so that basically means you can just use it wherever, and you should still be able to get the full amount of value then. You wouldn't have to use it on a Blood Frenzy. Monolith buff menu. On the world map, the buff button will display how many monolith buffs are currently active. Players can use the monolith buff menu to see how many Valhawk encounters they have left for that day. Yeah, we actually saw that earlier. The monolith buff menu will display monolith buffs in a set order in the list. I wish you could change that order a little bit. So you could put the ones you actually want like all in one section. Active buffs. These are the monolith buffs currently active. and it will display their current progress, effect, and how much time remaining for the buff. Then we have the available buffs, monoliths that are available to play battles to activate them. And then locked buffs. These are regions which the player doesn't have access to yet. Players can select a monolith buff in the list to be taken to that monolith's menu to play a battle there if they wish. If a player doesn't have a region unlocked, the region's monoliths cannot be selected or shortcut to them. And then we have these Blood Frenzy things. What exactly was this in its totality of extra loot? Blood Frenzy is a new feature in PvP, which will apply to 2 regions. We already saw this earlier. It was Urskia and my short-term memory already forgets. It was... oh, yeah, Daemon. I don't really see it to remember. Yeah, it was Daemon. Let's see. But yeah, 2 regions we already saw. While it should mostly be different regions each day, but sometimes a region may experience 2 in a row because it'll re-roll the same one. It's kind of like how whenever you do like the 10% chasing in the overworld, it could repeat the same kingdom. It's very unlikely that it does, but it's actually more likely in these because there's less categories to choose from. Whereas in the overworld, there's like, what, 38 kingdoms these days? Whereas there's a lot less PvP categories. Blood Frenzy will never apply in the Central Spire. Aww. But it can appear in the Inner Ring, though. Blood Frenzy changes regions and... Blood Frenzy changes regions with daily reset. The regions chosen will be the same for all players. So whatever I have right now, you guys should also have. So if this is only true if you have Daemon and Urskia right now, I guess then. I assume all of you guys do. Blood Frenzy will increase the skill points of opponents' teams by 50%. Yeah, we saw that earlier. Winning battles in a Blood Frenzy region will give you 100% extra bonus, which of course does not get doubled by the other doubling thing. It's simply just 100% extra when you end up using it. It doesn't actually double it. And double silver marks and Blood Frenzy region. So you can get up to, what would that be? Like 200% extra bonus then if you did this and the other thing. But the other thing can completely be ran separately. Those little victory obelisk thingies. Because you're still getting the same amount of bonus regardless if you're using on a Blood Frenzy or not on a Blood Frenzy. Blood Frenzy regions will be easy to identify. Yeah, we saw them in their little red marks and everything. There's an image of it. PvP improvements, but do they change here? Players can now view the region's bonus tracker in the quick battle. Oh, yeah, this was what I was showing earlier, like the little bit of quality of life that we saw earlier. Let's see, new achievements. Oh, we did get 2 new achievements. What's this? Win a monolith battle and then complete all battles in a monolith. Okay, those should both be really free. That shouldn't be that hard at all. You could do that with 1 daily Valraven. Like you go do about 15 PvP fights, go take out all 5 monoliths, boom, you're good to go. And then a bunch of general changes. Anything relevant here? We have added a new hero gem for a future campaign, so that's for next campaign. Obviously, this campaign's ending by the end of next week, so there's prepping the next one. We've added a help button to the event Head Start offer menu, so players can view the Shiny Troops cards before the troop releases. Okay, that's interesting. Actually, that's kind of weird that they didn't have that before, now that I think about it. Because they would just have a shiny token available, and you wouldn't even know what it's going towards unless you check like a third-party website. But now there's a way to check it in-game, which is kind of funny. That just now exists. We have made more improvements to the navigation in the world map. We have updated the Kingdom Slayer weapon offer to match the new visual system. In the shop menus, players, anything relevant here? Let's see, view top right. We've added darkness behind the other menu. We have adjusted buttons, headings. We've updated feature lock banner. Wait, what? Upload all feature. Do you mean future? Lock banners to match the underworld locked message. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be future, not feature. I'm misreading something heavily there. We have set up the EXP Gold and Soul Booster so they appear at the same size and in the same location on the world map. Oh, do you mean all 3 of them will actually visually appear instead of them all being on top of each other and kind of stuck? And what's the known issue? On the world map, known issue until they add like 100 something more. Oh, it was fixing a hotfix. Never mind. Whatever the issue is, they already fixed it. Good. Anyways, let's go mess with something in 7.4. I didn't realize we were already in 7.4, so you know what? Let's go mess with it. So to my understanding of how these Valravens work, we could just go to any location, go to quick battle, as we normally would, go and kill them out real quick, and yeah, let's just run Stellaryx real quick, I guess, until we find one, so maybe just mess with a little Valraven real quick. I think it will be a waste to kind of use them right now, but we will today, right now in this video, as well as on stream, because we'll probably be streaming almost right when this video goes up, honestly, by the time it gets up. We'll probably have a stream here on the channel, so we'll be messing with more 7.4 stuff then. But for now, let's just go and just do a couple battles, see if we can get to one singular one of these new Valhawks. kill it, and to see how this monolith system works, maybe go for one of the better ones. I guess the main one we'd want here... I don't think any of them really help with mana accumulation, though, is the only problem. Because that's the main thing we need on this team. We don't need more magic, for the most part. We mostly just need more consistent mana accumulation. Extra skull damage isn't really going to help us. I guess more survivability could, like 20% skull dodge or something. That you can never go wrong with that. The Stellaryx isn't in much of a threat, at least this late in the game, of really dying in this context. Hopefully we're doing this right. To my understanding, I should just be able to go here and just kill, and we eventually just get Valhawk. Unless I'm misunderstanding how this works. But to my understanding of how Valhawks were described, we just go anywhere in PvP, do some battles, and it's like a 20% chance per fight that there'll just randomly be a Valhawk here. Come on, Valhawk, go. Valhawk? No Valhawk. Let me double check it just to make sure we're not doing the wrong thing here. So, yes, Valhawk should... Let me go back to Valhawk section. Players have a 20% chance to encounter the Valhawk in a battle. What kind of battles? Player can only encounter the Valhawk in PvP battles, no matter the region. Well, we are currently in one of the regions. Doesn't matter which. It just said no matter the region. And we have not hit the 20% yet. I think we're just on drop right. I think that's like our 5th battle right now. So we're just getting on the slightly unlucky side. Come on, just show me a Valhawk. Boom, Valhawk. Thought that was a Valhawk for a second because it showed an animation. No, that's just you getting in power. Let's take our little bit of mana, let it do whatever, get our last little bit of mana. Also, don't forget, still a few more days to go get Takashaka. It is available for tomorrow and Thursday. So, still 2 days left to go get it in the Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest. I highly advise it. This thing is insane. Mostly its final trait. Its ability is okay, but its final trait is absurdly good. Kind of replaces out things like Leprechaun, Thrall, that good stuff. Wow, we are going so dry right now. I wouldn't have tried doing this if I would have known we would get this dry. And of course it does, since we want to get it quickly. That's how it pretty much always is. Let's see. Oh, so you guys didn't get to see it because we did it on stream instead of during the video. But the second we tried getting our 4th Takashaka, like we got 2 within 200 and then 3 within 600. So if you guys just watched the videos, you guys saw that. But if you don't watch the streams, you didn't see the fact that we then went like 2,600 keys to get our 4th one. So we almost broke even. We were still on the slightly luckier side by the end of it, but barely. So we didn't actually get that lucky. It just looked like it for the video that we were just that lucky. Because it came out to pretty much on odds by the end of it all. By the time we got the 4th. Also, there's no reason to get a 4th, by the way. We just did it for fun. I'm starting to think this thing doesn't exist. I'm honestly about to go spend and waste 10 gold marks just to go get some right now, just so we can show it right now. Because these Val Ravens do not want to exist right now. If we don't get it within the next 2 fights, I'm about to go to the thing and waste 10 gold marks to go get them. I don't advise ever doing it, but I want to go check to see that the button even works. Which I assume it is. That'd be really weird if it wasn't. That'd be very, very weird. Alright, let's go and we'll just take that for now. Grab ourselves our a little bit of damage. If we don't get it on next fight, we're out of here. We'll go check the gold mark thingy. See that the buy button's working on it. Oddly enough, to my understanding, unless I missed it somewhere, there's no money way to get it. You can only do it with those gold mark things. Which is interesting. Kind of surprised they didn't try cashing in on it. But it is actually just from a standard in-game currency. Alright, I'm giving up on trying to get this Valraven right now. We'll do it on stream. What I will go do right now, because I do kind of want to just check this out, since we're already doing the video right now. Let's go over to the buy option. So, if you're pressed for more, we did see that there is in the PvP shop over here. If we go over to other, we can see that there are monolith sigils. And you can buy an infinite amount of them. There's no buy limit. As you can see, there's stock limits on everything else here. But there is no stock limit on these monolith sigils. I don't think it's worth buying these. But for the sake of right now, and to make sure that it is working, and yes, clicking that button does indeed work. It took 10 of my things, and we got 5 of these things. Alright, let's go see what this does now. So, these are just my active buffs. So where do I go to activate these buffs? Do I just go to any of these right now, then? Do I have to go find where it is? Oh, wait. If I go to here and I click on one of these, will it bring me to where I want to go? So which one of these do I want the most right now? Maybe extra magic for each yellow ally. Because one of the teams that we're running runs, you know, a pure yellow team. So we're going to be gaining 4 magic per fight. So for now, let's just go click this one, the Bay of Stars. Okay, good. So it just brings you directly to where the fight is. And assumably, I'm on whatever restriction this is. So let me double check. If I click here... Okay, so I'm in an Urska restriction if we were to do it. And their stats seem pretty low, so these seems really accessible to actually do this early on. I guess maybe at the higher range will end up being a little bit harder. But, yeah, so if I do this, we should have, like, what, an hour buff, and then we can keep going further on it if we want. But I think every single one counts as a sigil. But, yeah, let's get a quick kill AoE team, I guess. We just built real quick. I'll put this down. I'll need 2 of, what's his name? And then, like, one other thing for mana accumulation. What else? What else? What does this kingdom normally run? I guess weapon? Hero weapon? Wait, are we allowed any weapon here? No, it should be Urska weapon. Wait, why does it let me use any weapon? That's weird. My troop is restricted to anything, but my weapon seems to be... What, anything? Can I just run wand? Okay, give me wand. If you're gonna give me anything. Might as well put a mana accumulator in there. And then let's go like brown, yellow. Mine is something we don't use. Well, technically we use everything, but brown, yellow, and class. Oh no, what do we really want for this team? I was almost going to go Archmages. Honestly, maybe still do. Give me a different banner. I guess it doesn't matter which way we go on that, and then give me Archmages so we can go a little bit extra purple then. Alright, because we don't need to go pure Urska, it seems. Even though it's Urska restriction. Oh, it's because it's Urska restriction, not Urskia. I always confuse that. It's Urska the troop type, not Urskia the kingdom. So we are allowed to use any weapon, so that's actually correct. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's go just kill this out real quick. So, assumably, this will consume 1 sigil, and then we will get this buff of 2 magic. And I didn't really think about that, or the 1 magic per yellow ally. But how will this thing upgrade? Because, what, we'll just go to 2? If it just goes to 2, and it goes all the way to 5, that's kind of high. Let me go see. So if we just keep going with this is it going to be like +5 all magic to all things? Oh, there's already the achievement thing. Oh, it is! Oh, wow, that's broken. Wait. That's 20, That's 20 magic if you're using a pure yellow team. That's a lot of magic. Alright, so I currently have a 1 hour thingy right now. So if I do this again, does it become a 1 hour and 59 minute thingy? Or does it just refresh the 1 hour? So let's go figure that out right now by doing another one. Or is this now going to be a 1 hour 59 minute bonus? Or is it going to boost up to the thing? Or is this simply just making it stronger? Like, is it still going to be 59 minutes or 58 minutes or whatever it is by the time we get out of here? Well, these battles seem really weak. This is definitely accessible for newer players, that's for sure. Unless the higher ones really scale upwards. But right now, this is something really low in stats right now. Alright. Oh, yeah, it does stack. So now we currently have a 1 hour and 59 minute boost. And if we just keep going, we'll have more and more. And then we'll have this little victory thing. You know what? Let's go show that too. Let's go get all 5. Apparently, we'll get the achievement too. Yeah, let's go clear through all these real quick just to see how far it scales. Might as well. And the funny thing is, this will still be active by the time we do the stream. So I'll stream tonight. We'll have the magic bonus. Keep in mind, this bonus does only apply to PvP. You cannot use it in any other location. Unless it's glitched right now, though I highly doubt it is. But, well, I shouldn't say highly doubt. But it shouldn't be. That it should only apply to PvP. And if not, that's a bug. Let's clear through all these, might as well. And now we have a victory talisman. We're definitely going to do this. So this doubles the VP from a battle. Did I mention it doubled something else as well? I just sworn it also mentioned it doubled something else. And then you get 4 of these if you go all the way. And you can get 6 of these for free per day if you go find those Valhawks. I wasn't able to find any, but supposedly they're a 20% chance. And you can do them in any PvP location. So I was getting a little unlucky when we were trying to get them during this video. But they should be just like any other Valraven, just at 20% chance. And you do get 2 sigils per thing, so 6 total per day. And I'm pretty sure it's not worth spending gold marks on it, even though we just did kind of right now just to get it speeded along a little. But, because it seems to only really be giving, like, what, extra VP and stuff? Like, that's not too important in the current state of game. Especially when everyone has access to it. Because, you know, that doesn't necessarily give you more if everyone's also getting more from it. I just realized their stats actually increased quite a bit for this battle compared to the other one. Like, we almost need, like, a realer team now compared to before. This team will still kill, but it's killing a little bit slower. Ooh, I really wish you had full mana right now. Am I really about to cast? Yeah. Alright, we'll take the other poke. He's Enraged Skull. Can we get another Enraged Skull? Yeah, perfect. Oh no, you don't have Enrage anymore though, wait. I can just split damage, kill it. Alright, so they do scale quite a bit once you get to the later ones. It seems like getting to 3 is pretty easy, but 4 scales a lot, and I'm pretty sure this 5 one will scale like crazy. But if you do get all the way there, that's a pretty big bonus. Let me see. Oh, yeah, they do scale very sharply. Wow. Oh, I didn't double check what level the other one was. Those scale all the way to 50. I assume these scale to at least 150, if not 200. But yeah, they go steep scaling. They almost look like they're doubling each time. It even says it right there, actually. But yeah, I wasn't paying attention to it, though. If you look back on the video, you could probably see it directly. But yeah, they start spiking up like crazy on the 4th and 5th. Okay, interesting. Yeah, the first 2 are basically automatic free wins. 3 is pretty straightforward. 4 is when it starts scaling quite a bit, and 5 is when it's like really, really, really high. I just want to run this in like a little bit of a safer layout here. I'm not going to change the team though. I don't think we have any insta kill here or anything. So I'm just going to stick with the AoE spam. It's going to take a little bit longer, but I do want to just kind of see how it scales. And this is technically for one of the achievements as well, if you end up doing it all the way to this little section here. Alright, let's go and take our little bit of destroy there. Get our wand going for all that little bit of mana accumulation. We'll go throw that right over there. Slowly but surely, we shall trip them all the way down. First comes the worst, our hero will tank. I don't actually have it set as a tank hero class right now, but that shouldn't really matter. Well, these battles are pretty high skilled, relative to high stats in late game. It's not that bad. Obviously, the better teams you have access to on a given category, the easier it'll be. I wouldn't say this is a particularly bad category, though it is far from one of the better ones. This is pretty AoE focused. There's a skull route for this place, though, as well. And it'd be interesting, something I'll still want to check on some other future week. Probably not going to mess with it quite yet. But I do kind of want to see exactly what will happen when we start scaling like a ton of 2x skull damages. Because if it works like every other scaling skull damage in the game, that's going to be some absurd multipliers. Like, skull spam is basically back in meta now, at least for PvP. Not that it really fell off, but, you know, Stellaryx is quite strong currently. But, yeah, it's definitely going to be a very strong alternative if you can hit for, like, almost 20 times skull damage or something. Something absurd. Also, I would love if the final units we didn't have to kill were both a barrier unit and... it has barrier and heal. Like, the worst combination of things you'd want to have to deal with. Try to get past a fight, and it has both of them. This normally wouldn't be that big of an issue, but he just has so many stats that it's actually becoming an issue. Alright, I'm gonna skull poke him. Unfortunately, oh no, good, he didn't get his thing yet. Though he does have a chance, so now he is. Come on, just one more skull. Oh no, we have our split damage! Yeah, there we go. There's the other achievement. Well, this little ding coming in. And we got some more of these victory talismans, and now we should have the maximum amount of buff. So let's go check this real quick. So what should happen right now is we gain 5 magic for each yellow ally on our team. Of course, if we go to pure yellow, which we are restricted to have to use a pure yellow team, we can now go and you can also find the talisman thingies this way. So let's see, which ones of these would be super easy if we did the yellow? We could, for example, reduce damage from skulls, because if I click on this right now, this shouldn't consume it. Oh, can I not check the battle though? But yeah, we should be restricted to a pure yellow team for any of these. So if I go for any of these, like any of these reductions that we have here, a 6 attack. None of these are particularly good, though. But if we were to want any of them, you know, we'd be able to go run with our pure yellow team here. So you can kind of do it based on that, too. Like, find a category that you have something really easy for. Also, I just realized, didn't we have purple this week? Why is this red now? Am I going crazy? I could have sworn this was purple earlier this week. But I guess they got re-rolled. Because I was going to go over here and be like, yeah, if you have, like, Thrall Leprechaun, whichever one has. But if nothing else, you can run Beatrix, Quick Kill, or Truffle for blue. But anyways. But yeah, let's go see if this magic buff thing actually works correctly. So what should happen, does it actually show me anywhere? I'm not seeing anywhere here. Hopefully we'll see it in the directly at the start of battle here. But we should have 20 to all of our magic stats. Based on how much damage we're doing, yes, I would say we got 20. I can't really see where it's telling me I got 20. There it is, yes. It does show in your active monolith buffs over here. So if we go all the way over here, all the way to the left, top left here, in the scroll menu, you might have to scroll down if you're on hero. If you check a troop, you shouldn't have to scroll as far. But yes, we are gaining 5 magic for each yellow ally, which of course our entire team is yellow. We have to. It's a pure yellow restriction. So we now have 20 extra magic on everything. That's not bad at all. As you can see, we just one-shotted that battle that we probably wouldn't have been able to one-shot without that 20 magic. And this buff lasts for an hour per monolith. So we have this buff now for another... do I have to go to monoliths to go check it? Oh, it tells you how many you have active too. But yeah, for the next 4 hours and 52 minutes, which is the rest of tonight, basically. We will have ourselves, yeah, just absurd magic if we want to go farm PvP there. So I guess I might, since I already activated them, might as well. But yeah, interesting. And of course, you can get 6 of those per day for free. So basically how many we just used, plus 1. is how many you can get for free per day just by killing your 3 Val Ravens, which I refuse to believe that they exist. Where are they? I was hoping that we would just randomly get one at the end here. It's like, oh yeah, there's the Val Raven. It exists. I refuse to believe that it's coded into the game right now. No. We're just really unlucky. We're like 10 deep without a single one, and I am not going to try getting them now, as we will be here another 20 fights. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much 7.4. Overall, honestly, not that many things were really added. A few cool things for PvP that if you want to mess with PvP, just make things a little bit more interesting here and there. However, as far as like loot, rewards, stuff like that, not really much from it. It basically just makes PvP easier to grind, which, if your only goal each week is to do 6.5k VP, which I wonder if they fix that glitch where you can get 1,000 at 5,700 and then another 1,000 then. That'd be funny if they still didn't fix that glitch either. But it just makes this grind a lot easier if you don't really care about PvP. So if you personally were skipping on PvP, maybe look into it again, as it is easier than ever to go hit the 6,500. And I do advise doing at least this every single week, even if you're not a big fan of PvP. And you can utilize that new mechanic to go make it even quicker by doing those 3 Val Ravens every single day, or Val Hawks, I should say. And then you get your little bit of Monoliths buffs. You could use that to utilize whatever team you have, either to up your skull damage if you're running something like that, up your spell damage, even just up your durability if you feel like you're going to die. There's 20% dodge or spell reduction, skull reduction. So if you just want to get this even easier now, you can. So if that was your only goal. Of course, it will be harder now to make leaderboard now that you have those victory things. Oh yeah, I didn't actually show one of those victory things. I guess I'll use one for now. I do want to stockpile most of them, but it should be pretty straightforward. So if I go here, I assume I could just activate it somewheres? Where are they? Wait. Oh wait, do I have to activate it off of here? Yes. So it doubles VP from a battle. So I guess I technically don't need to use this right now. This is pretty self-explanatory. I kind of want to stockpile them for later. But this does a very obvious thing. It just simply doubles how much VP you get. So if we were going to get, let's say, 80 VP from a battle, it'll be 160. It's very straightforward. Yeah, personally, I would say stockpile these. They look like they're going to add like seasons and other things in the future, where the amount of VP that you get on a given week or a given month or given season is going to be a lot more relevant. Whereas right now it is, other than for leaderboard, is completely irrelevant. Other than getting 6,500 per week, as well as getting leaderboard. But beyond those two things, there's really no point to VP, but it does seem like it's going to have more purposes into the future, more things in the shop that might have really high VP limits that you need to get, seasons where there might be end-of-season rewards that are actually really enticing that might be worth using these for. So personally, I would say stockpile every single one you have, and don't use them until down the line. And all these other ones are basically useless anyways. But anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for now. This video's gotten a little bit long, but that is our rundown on version 7.4 that apparently is already here. Which I did not even realize until midway through this video. But that's really funny. I didn't think to go check the thing. But if we go check right now, actually, too, if we go into settings, we can literally see, yep, 7.4. We are indeed in 7.4. But anyways, guys, welcome to version 7.4. Tonight, which is pretty much as soon as you're watching this video, if you've watched this far into the video, we are definitely streaming right now, assuming the stream has not already ended. And yeah, we'll be doing that on the channel here, messing around with some things. Finally getting those 3 Valhawks that do not want to drop right now. And obviously utilizing this buff some because, yeah, it's going on for basically the rest of the night. Might as well use it some while we have it. See if we can get all of our PvP grind, I guess, tonight then. Since we already have the buff for it, might as well use it while we have, even though it's pretty cheap to get it back. But I still don't feel like I want to waste it. And yeah, we can actually see here how many we have active. Obviously, we only have the one, but, you know, you can do whichever ones you want. I like how customizable this is. I do feel like these will probably get tweaked in the future, because some of these are way, 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 way absurdly stronger than others, where some are so weak that you're never going to click on them ever. So, yeah, hopefully they get a little bit of rebalance, because there are some that are just obviously so absurdly better than others within these categories. But the main ones being skull damage, anything that keeps you alive if you're struggling in that regard, or magic damage. As well as mana accumulation, though, oddly enough, I don't think any of these have been mana accumulation based. But there's even a thing to kill bosses. That's kind of funny. I didn't even notice that when we were going through them earlier. It's pretty irrelevant, though, because there's only like one little boss thingy in each one. So having a boss counter to it, probably not going to be that big a deal. I didn't even notice it when we were doing our monoliths. But anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up for now. If you still have any other questions, feel free to leave in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys later. Good luck in version 7.4 of Gems of War, and definitely feel free to leave a like on the video. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Bye, everyone, and thanks for watching.